Today is Wednesday, June 26th. This is Noreen Johnson, and here are the good news headlines of the day. Prosecutors said Tuesday that Jocelyn Noongaray, the 12-year-old Houston girl found strangled to death last week, fought back against her attackers. The alleged killers are two illegal immigrants who lured their victim under a bridge where they sexually assaulted her. Johan Jose Rangel Martinez and Franklin Jose Pena Ramos met each other when they were both on their way to the U.S. from Venezuela and then later connected in Houston. Bail for Martinez, a father of two young children, 2 and 5, who aren't in Texas, was set at $10 million after prosecutors labeled him a flight risk. According to a recently unsealed court document, a trans-identifying Biden official was allegedly behind the push to remove age limits from the official care standards for transgender procedures. The document in question, unsealed as part of Boe versus Marshall, a case challenging the Alabama law banning certain gender transition-related treatments and procedures, was titled Appendix A to Supplemental Expert Report of James Cantor, PhD. In the document, Cantor, a Canadian sex researcher, claimed that trans-identifying Assistant Secretary for Health, Dr. Rachel Levine, pushed for the age restrictions to be removed from any official guidelines. The document also included evidence in the form of communications between WPATH members that pointed back to Levine as the source of pressure. Most suggested that Levine, born Richard Levine, was pushing to do away with any age limits that could make it easier for states to restrict access to transition-related puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and even surgeries. In other news, independent presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. ripped CNN debate moderators Dana Bash and Jake Tapper on Tuesday for cheerleading COVID lockdowns before praising former President Donald Trump as the greatest debater in modern American history. Kennedy, who is 70, predicted on Piers Morgan Uncensored that neither Bash nor Tapper would ask tough questions of either the 45th or 46th U.S. presidents due to their support for both administrations' pandemic-era policies. RFK told Piers Morgan, on some of the biggest, most monumental decisions during their presidency, like the lockdown of the American public, the CNN announcers were cheerleaders for those lockdowns. He was asked later who he thought would win, and Kennedy answered, I don't like to make predictions, but I would predict that Trump will win. On Tuesday, the Oklahoma Supreme Court ruled against the establishment of a virtual Catholic charter school, which would have been the first of its kind in the nation. In the U.S., charter schools are free, publicly funded schools that have greater flexibility in their operations and management than traditional public schools. The push to approve the nation's first religious charter school has been closely watched as a test case that could open up a new form of school choice for Catholic parents. The state of Oklahoma, under Attorney General Genter Drummond, had asked the court in October last year to declare the contract with St. Isidore of Seville Catholic Virtual School unconstitutional. In that ruling, from which 2 justices dissented, all or in part, the court agreed, directing the state to rescind its contract with the virtual Catholic charter school. And those are your daily good news headlines. This is Catholics for Catholics. May God bless you, and may God bless the USA.